first guitar lesson, we talked about strumming, some really basic chord shapes and movements. Let's have our second guitar lesson be about an intro to fingerstyle. Let's get into it. Hey gang, welcome to Chevans Music. Thanks for joining me for another great guitar lesson. This is guitar lesson number 2 in our lesson series. First lesson, we kind of discussed, some really easy chord shapes, some easy strumming you could do with those shapes, and just some of the basic mechanics of the guitar. Today we're going to talk about a new mechanic, the basics of fingerstyle guitar. Fingerstyle is really fun, so you're going to really enjoy this lesson. I hope you like it. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed and you're into guitar, please consider subscribing. This is where you want to be, and it helps us out so much. If you find value in the video, don't forget to leave us a like. All right, that's enough talk. Let's get into the lesson. All right, so today we're going to talk about the basics of fingerstyle. If you missed our first guitar lesson, go back and check that out. That gives you some easy chord shapes you can work with. We're going to learn a few new easy chord shapes today as well to play along with our fingerstyle. So let's get into this. The first thing we're going to do is name the fingers of our right hand, right? And we're going to go with classical guitar technique on this one. What I like to do is we're going to name the fingers. Here we go. We're going to name the thumb P, right? It's weird because it's for the Spanish name for your thumb. Now, don't destroy me in the comments. I believe it means pulgar. So it stands, P is your thumb, right? Spanish guitar, classical guitar. It all comes together. I for your index. M for your middle. And A, or annular, maybe, don't destroy me in the comments, for your ring finger. Okay, so we have P, I, M, A. Let's put our thumb on the low E string. We're going to place these on the guitar now. Thumb on the low E. Index is going to go on the G right there. M on the B string. And your A finger up on the high E. So we've got this. P, I, M, A. Now what I want you to do first, we're just going to pull back and pluck all the strings. And then I want you to see if you can get back to where we were. So you're going to pluck. You pluck them all at once. Down with the thumb, up with the fingers. And I want you to see if you can get back to those strings and just stop the strings like that. There you go. Let's do that a few times. There we go. Look at there. P-I-M-A. Now let's try this. I want you to hover like right above the strings. And we're going to just reach down and pluck all of them. Reach down and... Now you don't want to stop them. You want to let the strings ring as long as they can and then reach down and pluck them again. There we go. Try not to play the wrong strings. That's the whole point. All right, so if you're grabbing the wrong strings, try a little bit slower. Slow it down. P, I, M, A. Low E, G, B, high E. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to pop an exercise up here, all right? And the first one we're going to do is P-I-M-A. Now, what does that mean? We're just going to pluck those strings in that order, so your thumb, index, middle, ring. So you don't even really have to have a guitar to play these. You could go P-I-M-A and then start over P-I-M-A. If we put that on the guitar, we have this. Nice and slow. P-I-M-A. Let's try something. I want your thumb, instead of playing the E string this time, let's move down and play the A string. And we're going to play the same exercise. P-I-M-A, thumb. Just let everything ring as long as it can. Thumb. See, we're playing the A string. Now, let's move our thumb down to the D string and do the whole thing again. So, P-I-M-A, P-I-M-A. Very good. And that's our first exercise that we're going to do for basic fingerstyles. Let's move on into exercise number 2. And if you guys have ever heard the song Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, this is kind of the beginning pattern that they're using in Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. So we're going to go back to the low E string with our thumb. P, I, M, A, M, I. So it's an upwards and downwards roll. If we did that without the guitar, it'd be thumb, M, I, thumb. Let me try that again. Thumb, I, M, A, M, I, thumb. Let's put that back on the guitar. E string, here we go. All open strings, and then M, I, P, I, M, A, M, I, thumb. Let's do it one more time on the E, and then you know what's going to happen. We're going to change to the A. Here we go. A, M, I, A. There we go. We're moving our thumb around. I'll show you why we do that in just a second. Just hang with me. This is 2. We're going to do it 3. And then one more. We're going to do it 4 times on each one of these. And then let's move the thumb to the D string. 2. Try to keep track of it in your head. That's a good exercise for you to do as a musician. Most music, not all, moves in 4s. That's why we want to try to keep track of it in our head. So that's exercise number 2. Now the last exercise we're going to do, exercise number 3, it's a little bit longer, it's a little bit harder, and it might take you a little bit longer to get. I'm going to pop that up on the screen really quick. So here we go. It's P, I, M, I, A, and then I, M, I again. I, M, I. So if you split this in half, you would have P, I, M, I, and then the second half would be A, I, M, I. So you see how it does I, M, I as that pattern twice. So let's try it again, really slow. P, I, M, I, A, M, I. Let's do it off the guitar. Here we go. P, I, M, I, A, M, I. A little bit longer. This one will be a little bit harder for you to get, just simply because there's more to it. So let's do this one. We're going to do it 4 times on the low E, 4 times on the A, and then 4 times using the D string as the bass. So here we go. 1, A, I, M, I, 2, playing along with me. This is 3. If you get lost, just try to catch back up. This is the last one on low E. A, I, M. Let's move to the A string. 1. Then 2. I, M, I, 3. Last one, we're going to go up to the D string. A, I, M, I. This is the second time. Here we go. D, I, M, I, A, M, I. It's the last one. Now remember, if you had trouble with that, you could always go back and replay it with me anytime you like. This video will be available to you. So, all right, let me show you why we changed those bass notes. If we decided to add some chords to this, we're going to go back to number 1, the really simple one, P, I, M, A. It's just an upwards roll. And we're going to be playing 3 chords. We're going to put 3 chords to this. So the first chord, we're going to put an E minor to it. So we're going to put our fingers 2 and 3 on the A and D string 2nd fret. Now, I know technically you're not playing any of these strings. Technically, you could play this without any fingers on, right? But I want you to get practice holding the chord, because one day you may be doing something like... want you to get practice holding the chord just so it all kind of flows together, okay? Yeah, I know you're not plucking any of the strings you're holding. So we're going to P, I, M, A. We're going to play that, E minor. Next chord we're going to move to is an A minor. We're going to take these two fingers, move them up a string, and add your first finger to that first fret first fret B, right? So we got an A minor here. Now our thumb, since the bass note is A for A minor, we have to play the A string. See how that works? That's why our thumb's moving around. Not every chord has the same bass note, right? The last chord, we're going to move into a D minor. We're going to take our first finger up, put it on the high E string, first fret. Second finger is going to go to the second fret G, and our fourth finger, I use my pinky for this, it's going to go out on the third fret B string. My thumb on my right hand is going to move up to the D string, because for D minor, which is what this chord is, you play a D, right? D is the bass note. So here we go. Sounds cool. All right, so here's how I want you to play the exercise with the chords. Same thing we've been doing, except you're going to hold chords this time. We're going to do E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go to A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, D minor, 2, 3, 4. Now here's your homework. I want you to take those chords and play those with the other two exercises as well. So you'll have a nice, really cool fingerstyle warm-up that you could play at the end of this. You know, you just start at the first one. Play them all the way through, and by the end, you're playing the last one. 2. You don't have to play it this fast yet. 1. But when you get everything going, it starts to sound really cool. Anyway, be watching for these little lessons that I'm going to put on YouTube. These are going to be really, really good for those beginner guitarists that are looking to get into things like fingerstyle, easy strumming, and things like that. Things that will get you to the intermediate level faster because you learn them the right way first. So anyway, I hope this one helps. Keep on picking. All right, did that help? I hope it did. If it did, don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, do all the great things that help us out so much. Remember, if you want to help the channel out, I have affiliate links below in the description that helps us out a lot. If you're looking for one place for everything guitar, you need to check out my game-changing guitar course, Guitar 101. It's built from the ground up for beginners, so if you're a beginner guitarist, this is the perfect course for you. It has everything in one place to get you from A to Z. A being very beginning, not knowing anything about the guitar. Z, you playing around the campfire with family and friends, which is probably what you're looking to do. So check it out, Guitar 101. It's only $12 a month. One of the best values for guitar on the internet. That link is in the description below. Do you like this guitar? I love this guitar. This is the Les Paul Parlor guitar. It's a Les Paul, but it's an acoustic. Sounds great, looks great. If you're a Les Paul lover, this is the acoustic guitar for you. Check out the link in my description and get your own Les Paul Parlor. Is there a song or a lesson or a technique that you're wanting to know? Drop it in the comments below. We'll love to see what you got. Maybe I'll make a video just for you. Anyway, I'll see you at the next one, and keep on picking.